we are going to get started right away. We are currently parked at a service place in Kingman, Arizona. Or I'll pull up the map. So you can see we're right here. I just booked a load that's going to run us up to Sheridan, Wyoming. So we will hit it right away. I've got one moderator in the chats, Talpa, T-A-L-P-A, hanging out in there. He's gonna, if you guys, I'm not looking at the chat myself, so if there's any questions that you've got or comments, Talpa's there to relay them to me. So let's get started. Now, where are we going to get this load? I do not know. Right around the corner. Oh, it's the same place I just delivered to in the video that I did posted yesterday, I think it was. I don't know. Let's go get her. Oh, you know what? What? No, I don't want to do that. I was going to say I need to get some rest. But I don't need rest right this minute. Plus, it is not even 3 p.m. in the afternoon, so...
Turn right. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Guess I'm not gonna go.
Well, you got Charles saying he loves the videos.
Awesome, thanks, Charles. You know, if you didn't watch the last one, I think it was in the last one I commented. I used to live in Kingman many years ago. One of the many, many places I have lived.
Straight on.
How many places have
Right,
you lived?
And then turn right.
I can't tell you how many different places I've lived exactly. I've never counted them, but I can tell you I've lived in 8 different states in the U.S. plus Germany. Except then it was called West Germany.
Turn right.
Lived in Frankfurt.
Arrive at your destination.
Wait, is this a double?
Oh, we got Sniper in the chat saying, hey, Boomer.
Hey. Now, of the 8 states that I have lived in the U.S., I have lived in 2 of them twice. It is a double. Okay, so we'll take a double. So this is the second time I've lived in Nevada. The other state I have lived in twice is Minnesota. I don't think I pulled up enough, did I? Oh yeah. overcompensating. I do that a lot. Okay, let's look at our route. We can look at it. Oops. So we're going to go through Las Vegas, through Utah, into Wyoming, all the way up here to Sheridan. Way up north. Well, let's do it. How heavy is this? It is 30... Wait a minute, this isn't even the same cargo. It's craft beer. Better yet. I thought it was pallets. Maybe I grabbed the wrong one. Oh well.
Turn left. Turn
Like I
right.
hit the curb. Oh yes, we're going this way. Forgot where I was. Oh yes, love that
Go
sound.
straight on.
Hit the wrong button. UPS. Maybe I'm bringing your package. Which time is left on the clock? 6 hours. It should take a couple hours to get to Las Vegas. No, hour and a half.
Michael wants to know, is actual truck driving the same as ATS in the sense that every 30 seconds you stop and slow down from 80 to 65 to 45 and 80 again?
It kind of feels that way sometimes, but it just depends on where you're driving. Like that route we just did in the convoy live stream. We go through small towns. Yeah, it is like that.
Upstart.
Oops.
I should imagine there's a lot more traffic in real life as well, Boomer, right?
Yeah. Again, depends on where you're at. But this road, yes, more traffic than this. Because there's a lot of folks coming from Phoenix going to Las Vegas, and this is the route they take. It also depends on, day of the week, time of the day. In real life, up here a little ways, some of that traffic will peel off to the left because if they're going to Laughlin, it's a different casino town. In fact, when I lived here in Kingman, I used to drive to Laughlin to go to work all the time. My very first casino job was in Laughlin. We already passed the scale. I completely missed it. I'd like to go a little faster, but I don't want to get in the left lane because we're coming up on a downhill area where I've got to watch my speed. Yeah, it didn't model that very well. Here we are at the dam. Right down there. There's Hoover Dam. Welcome to Nevada.
To know how long were you a trucker in real life?
7 years. Maybe more accurately, 6.5, I think. Let's see. 2011, late 20 or mid-year 2011 until April of 2018. So 6.5 years.
Is watching you on his 4K TV. Whilst he's killing reps on my computer, he says.
What did he say?
Whilst he's killing reps on my computer.
Well, if I'm on his big screen TV, that must make me a TV star.
Yeah.
Or a TV personality, or some such nonsense. I wonder if that'll get me an invite to one of them Academy Award shows or something. Probably not.
The Oscars.
That's it, yeah. I don't keep up with that stuff. I don't know which is which. They have one of those award shows, the next thing I know they're having another one, and I'm like, I thought they just had one.
So as a follow-up question, Jonathan wants to know, he says, wow, pretty cool. Did you visit all 48 states?
Yes, I did. All 48 states. And I picked up and or delivered at almost all of them. I can't swear to have delivered to all of them, but it's got to be pretty close.
Japsai says he loves watching you.
I love having you watch me. Let's see, Salt Lake City, this lane. Well, that's not it. Oh, that's south. This is the spaghetti bowl. It's not accurately represented though. I mean, it does peel off like this.
Asking a question, mainly doing heavy hauling, which chassis should I go for, 6x2 or 6x4?
6x4. I don't have any experience with, well, I guess I have a little. I always did, I mean, when I was over the road, I had a 6x4.
But you're getting more traction, right, with a 6x4?
No, unless you need it. The way that it works, I had to read up on this because I didn't really have any experience with anything else. And I'm going to get off up here because I'm going to stop at this Loves. This is the turn I missed in the last convoy. Give me a minute to navigate this stuff and I'll answer that question a little better. Well, what the heck, I will. So 6x2 means 6 tire groups. It's actually 3 axles. Steer axle, two rear axles. And a 6x2, only one of the rear axles has the ability to be a power axle. In a 6x4, both of the rear axles have the ability to be power axles, but you have to engage that from a switch on the dash. And you don't normally drive that way, and you certainly don't drive that way much above 25 miles an hour. So the way I understand it from reading my owner's manual, because I had to go look it up, is that and yes, I am going to top off while I'm here. The way that it works is that when you have the 6x4, the drive shaft provides power to the rear assembly, and the differentials will apply power wherever they need to. But if you need extra traction because you're stuck in some little sandy area or something, then you hit that differential lock switch and it will engage all of the both drive axles, both sides, and you get more traction that way. So I hope that explains it. One of the trucks that I drive at the job that I have now only has one rear axle. I'm going all the way down because it's an in-town day cab. So it doesn't carry as much weight. But whether you have 6x2 or 6x4, as far as I know, you can carry the same weight. Because the weight factor is driven by how many axles you have and how many tires you have. So if you've got dualies, and you got 4 sets of dualies in the back, you can haul, on the rear of the tractor, you can haul 34,000 pounds, just like you can on the trailer. But that's driven based on the width of the tires and how many tires you have. So if you've only got a single axle, you can only carry 17,000 pounds. if you've got, you know, a pair of dualies or a pair of tires on that axle rather. So hopefully that answered the question. Now I'm going to go park.
Yeah, Rug said, thanks for the answer. He gets it.
I have a tendency sometimes to over-explain stuff and lose track of what I'm saying.
You've also got some love from Germany. You've got Mike from Germany. Best wishes from southwest of Germany. Great bits, keep it up.
Thanks, Mike. Or should I say, Danke? Oops, I could have stopped right there.
Make a U-turn.
Anybody know where I'm going?
And you got Carter in chat, whose birthday it is today.
Happy birthday, Carter! Thanks for spending some of that time with us. I didn't see whether or not that... Alright. We're gonna get some sleep if it'll... No! I missed the spot. When I just rolled through here a minute ago, it was... Oh, I gotta be facing the other way. Apparently. Ah! I'm backing up a little. Right there. All right, we're not red bed yet. It's only 6:38. I guess we'll be driving in the dark for a while. So now it's going to be our 10-hour break. Yep, 4:39. Well, that's not bad. It'll be light within an hour. All right, let's head on up the road.
Mudge wants to know, what field of view enables you to see both mirrors like that?
I've got it set at 90%. I look forward to the time when I have a head tracking device where I don't have to do that anymore. But you know what? That raises an interesting question. I wanted to take another look at that. So that's, I wanted to look at adjusting mirrors, but let's look at the seats. Right, I'm at 90%. I want to look at my mirrors. Kick that out just a little bit. Right side. I think that's okay. And the, where is it? Is this it? Side mirror. Geez, I can't hardly see it. I wanted to make sure I could see that properly. Okay. Probably need to kick it out some more. Alright, well, we're just going to go with it. Or we'll be here all day.
Turn right.
Yeah, it's just like this in real life, too. Hard to get out. It's even worse if you're turning left.
Keep left, and then exit left. Exit left.
That reminds me, I wanted to check something. I'll do it at the stop sign real quick. I put lights on the side because it looks cool. I think you can never have too many lights. So you can be seen more readily. Whoa! Well, I guess we're going. Yikes. Sorry, folks.
Keep left.
Oh, and this guy's gonna do that to me? Man. This is an uncharacteristically long merge lane. This must be the only one in the whole game.
Zach is asking, where are we going?
We're going to Sheridan, Wyoming. So we're driving north on Interstate 15 up to, I'm pretty sure we're going to Salt Lake City. Let's just double check that. Not quite. We're turning out, well, yeah, we are. So this, we're taking 80. There's another route here if you get off at Provo and take this route. I don't know why the sun is up over there to the left right now. That's not east. It's actually northeast. Now we're rolling in. This is Arizona, part of the Arizona Strip. And this is the Virgin River Gorge. Oops, sorry, dude. No! I have to hang my head in shame.
Shame on the mess.
Shame on the mess. Oh no! Oh, at least we get to go forward to St. George. I was going too fast, and I was trying to do something else. Don't drive distracted, kids. Oh, I wanted to show you Virgin River Gorge a little better. I was reaching for that 4 key. Oh man, what's this damage? It's not bad. $15,891 in damages.
Wow.
Yeah, good thing I've got insurance.
Clothes is in the chat and he's having a really good laugh.
Oh my god. Well, I only have to pay 317.
It's not just clothes that ends up on his back.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's twice in a week that this has happened to me. Oh no.
You're making a lot of people happy right now, Boom.
Oh, where are we? By we, I mean me. Why? What is that dinging noise? So we're back here. Why is there a dinging? Didn't I just repair everything? Yeah, I don't have any more damage. Oh. Low air. See these gauges there to the right of the speedometer? Primary air, secondary air. They're just above the red line. So I need to run up my air. See him running up? Building up air pressure. Not gonna ding anymore, but so we're good. As soon as I release the brakes, those numbers will drop slightly. Like that. If I pump the brakes, see it go down? That's the safety system. You run it down far enough, the brake knobs will pop out and your tires will lock up. Man.
Yeah, well, Wolf has popped in the chat and he's saying that can happen when you don't have a leader.
Oh my god. Oh, while we're waiting for that to run up a little bit, over here on the right above the yellow knob, that's the differential lock. There's actually 3 buttons for it in this truck for some reason. So when you engage that, and this truck doesn't have the extra drive axle. It's got 2 axles back there, but only one of them is drive axle. This is a 6x2. Okay. Enough fooling around. Man.
Going back to a question from Tack, he says, what's the best DLC place to drive in? He's thinking of buying one.
I would get the Pacific Northwest bundle. Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. And actually, I gotta stop and do something real quick before I forget yet again. You guys aren't gonna see it, so I need to go in and turn your volume up a little bit, because I turned it down earlier because it was just a little loud. Say something, Tal.
Check, check, 1, 2.
Oh, that's plenty loud now. It's a with the truck running, it makes a difference. I was actually having trouble hearing your questions.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear you now. Wow, really, dude? I just got my truck fixed.
A wolf said he was watching from across the room and called the rollover 5 seconds before it happened.
I'm not surprised. If I'd have been paying attention, I'd have called it.
And then turn left.
Or avoided it.
Definitely highlight real material.
Yeah. Oh my god. You know, one bad thing is this isn't even the same truck I rolled last time. The other one was the day cab. Ooh. Well, I could have made that. I got the longer yellow lights mod in this profile. Speaking of which, if you're interested, all of the mods that I'm using, I think I'm up to 20 now, they are in the description below. As is the specs for my computer and all of the equipment that I'm using to record this, as well as the software. I got a green screen behind me, I got lights lighting it up, I got a nice microphone, I got a marginal webcam though, but it works well enough.
At the roundabout, take the
wants to know if you're running a Kriechbaum engine.
Yes. Yes, I am. Don't ask me which one. Well, I mean, I think it is. I'm running the Kriechbaum mod. And well, now I don't know. Dang, I don't know. I was just assuming that I was. Oh, here we go again with this stuff. I don't run into some of the same stuff that we dealt with earlier on this route. I mean, we got some slow-moving vehicles for some odd reason. But there's no tanker straddling the Jersey barrier in the middle. See if I can pass these guys. Might not be a good idea, but we'll see. Yeah, this is kind of what it's like to pass another truck in real life. It could take you 5-10 miles. But I'm picking up a little bit of speed.
Are all your trucks speed limited over there, Boom?
Some are. Some company trucks are.
But it's not a law, right?
No. Not that I'm aware of. Some companies speed limit their trucks at 62 miles an hour. Some of them at 65. Some of them at 68.
I mean, from my experience in Europe, most of the trucks seem to have a wax seal over the limiter fuse. So if you actually pull it and disable it, then they know you've tampered with it.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't work that way here, as far as I know. Here, it's programmed into the computer system of the truck. So you need a special dongle to plug in with a laptop or a handheld device of some type. And it's
I'm
either
going back a few years, so I'm probably out of date anyway.
oh, maybe they do it differently in Europe. I don't know. Because it sounds like it's a hard code thing. I don't know. Maybe they would. Maybe it's different in different countries, even in Europe, or to different countries that they export the trucks to. Shot in the dark.
Halen Night Eyes says, greetings, I just found your channel last night and I've been enjoying your content.
Well, that's great. Glad to hear it. Welcome. Welcome to the adventure. I might need to change my suspension settings a little bit. That might forestall some of the leaning I've got going on.
I think you're yachting right now.
Yachting? Is that from the leaning?
Like you're on the sea.
We call these double and triple trailer configurations wiggle wagons. I can't do it here, but you know they wiggle. Fishtailing is another term for it. And usually it's when you got triples, because the first one will wiggle a little, the second one wiggles a little more, and the third one can wiggle a lot. Of course, if you don't stay in your lane. I've seen those things get blown over. Well, I haven't seen it happen. I've seen it after it happened. It's almost always been on in Wyoming on Interstate 80. There's a triple. Oh. Yes.
Would there be a problem? Like, I usually host nighttime convoys, Rick,
Yeah.
and I'm in general chat, and I've typed out starting a no mods convoy in convoy 1 in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Would it be a problem if I pinged everybody, or shouldn't I just leave it there?
You put it where?
I put in general voice.
Hold on a second.
I mean general chat.
I don't want to tip over again. You missed the rollover.
Say what? What?
I'm doing my live stream. And I rolled over. Again.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, nice going, professional. I heard about the side swipe too. I'm gonna watch all that. I usually watch some of the live when I'm laying in bed before I go to sleep.
Well, say hi to everybody. I don't know how many people are streaming or watching the stream, but
You've got 47 viewers right now.
47.
Oh, you're streaming
Right now.
What you're streaming? Oh, solo streaming.
Solo streaming.
Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. I didn't know. Okay, now I've got the whole cake. I
Okay.
was just getting pieces. No, the quick question was it okay to ping everybody in general chat that I was starting a mod, no mods convoy in 10 minutes? Or should I not do that? Because I don't want to get Nick. I don't want to get Nick's panties in a bunny.
Yeah. That's. I think it's probably fine, but you know, I also thought the last thing was fine until I thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't actually.
So how about if I don't, and I'll just throw it in there, not ping everybody.
Yeah, let's just see how it goes.
Yeah, because a bunch of people asked me if I was going to do one.
Keep right, and then exit
So,
right.
anyways, okay. Sorry to bother you again. Wow,
Okay.
I didn't know you were streaming. All right, buddy. Again, I apologize.
All right, thanks.
See.
Yeah.
Bye. Steve, everybody. He's our resident convoy guy. He hosts.
If you want to join any nighttime convoys, head over to the Discord.
And ask anybody how to get into the convoy, and they'll steer you in the right direction. Steve's not the only one that does convoys, but he does a lot of them. He enjoys it. And he's a fountain of information.
And you can find all the relevant links in the description below.
Yes, you can. It should be there right now, even. But they'll be there after the live stream too, if they are. I'm pretty sure they're there. Now I'm pretty sure that they can hear you guys. Well, can you hear yourself? During during the live stream after the delay?
Who, me?
Yeah. So could you hear Steve on the live stream after whatever the delay is?
Let me check. Yeah, I can hear myself, yeah.
Okay. I thought so.
Yeah, it's alright. I've got my volume down so it doesn't interfere with anything.
I'm still chuckling at Steve. Popping in. I probably should have chose a different chat channel. Or voice channel.
Yeah, I don't think he actually realised you were streaming though.
Right.
So.
I still haven't figured out how he got in there. Uh-oh, I gotta go in.
Finding a new route.
Boy, my GPS always sounds irritated.
Keep left.
£77,624. Now before I take off, I wanted to check something on the map. I guess I didn't have to wait. I wanted to see where are we peeling off and headed. Oh, good. I love this route. At least I haven't done it in the game yet, but in real life, I have. It's a nice route. It'll run us up between Rollins, Wyoming, and Casper, where we'll get on Interstate 25 and head north. Cool.
Do you have that drive on video, Boomer, on your real?
I do not.
Real look.
I only went that way one time, and it was before I was recording regular videos. I got some still photos from parts of that run. Well, mostly when I stopped.
Keep left.
I stayed at a rest area, which I think is depicted in the game. And I got some great photos of deer in the rest area. They were just grazing on the grass and stuff. At my phone.
Nice. You got Rodwell. Oh, I don't know how to say your second name, Rodwell. I'm sorry, but he's watching you from Zimbabwe, Africa.
Now there's a new
Nice
country.
drive, Boomer. I'm a fan of ATS as well.
Awesome. Well, welcome to you from in Zimbabwe. Wow. I've had, I think, some South Africans, but and a couple of other countries in Africa. But this is the first time I've been aware that someone from Zimbabwe was watching. Welcome.
Worldwide sensation.
On the big screen TV.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine yourself in 4K, Boomer?
No. Not with all these blackheads on my nose.
High def.
Oh. I'm running out of driving day. I just noticed. Well, I don't have a red bed yet, but what do I got? 3 hours? Well,
Must be time for a coffee.
yeah, that doesn't work in solo.
Oh.
Let me check the map again. I want to see where I can get to. In 120 miles, can I get to here? Just barely. And I say 120 miles because that's about 2 hours. So let me... I didn't know that went that way. Interesting. Is there a different place to go? No, we need to go here. Okay, that is 127 miles, just a little over 2 hours from where we are now. So I've got just under 3 hours, so I've got to make good time. See if I can't crank this up to 75 mile an hour. Now I pretty much never drove that fast in real life in my truck. Pretty much the fastest I would go was 70. Most of the time it was 65 to 68. Part of that is fuel economy, but also safety. It takes a while to stop these trucks. And I just wanted to make sure I had a little extra time to react to situations. And there's always situations. Oh yeah, here we come. Guys, it's a mountain. Tal, were you there on that day?
Yeah. Well, I think I watched the stream, or I think I was there as well in one of them at least.
It's on the highlight reel.
Yeah.
It's just priceless. I thought he was going to say, like, there's an accident or something.
And he just says there's a tunnel.
Yeah. Well, first he said there was a mountain, and I'm like, yeah, is it doing tricks?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got to admire his enthusiasm for the tunnels.
Yeah, I guess if you don't have those in your world.
The 1050's in the chat. He's saying, Boomer, were you starring in the hit show Wipeout earlier?
Apparently.
Yeah, he needs a roll cage.
Oh man. Oh, there's my first yawn.
Getting the odd question about your view settings, Boomer. So maybe at one point you could, show people your settings, maybe a different video or something.
Yeah. Is that the seat placement?
Yeah, because you've got it set up that you can see pretty much all the mirrors and everything, so people are interested how you're achieving that view by the seam of it.
Yeah, it's by, hang on, let me navigate this curve successfully. It's basically by, within the game, moving the seat back excessively. And that way, in your peripheral vision, you can see the mirrors. Or it simulates peripheral vision. You actually have to look, but yeah, so it's 90%. I want to change it to, when I get a head tracker, I want to move my seat back forward, and then I'll turn my head to look in those mirrors. Currently I have to reach over to my mouse to do that, and I do. Notice the warning sign for the speed limit change ahead? It's dropping to 75. Better slow down. I always get a kick out of that. We ought to be coming up on our exit shortly. Hope I don't get trapped over here. Oh, and there it is.
And then exit right.
Dang it. That car waited for us. We're gonna go over there, we'll top off the fuel tanks, we'll find a place to park.
Go straight on.
Call it a night. For this driving night, anyway. For driving day. So what is it? It's 6:45 p.m. locally.
Reroute.
Well, this isn't very realistic. There's nobody in the fuel islands. I don't know which one is available. At number 3 from the right. We don't actually need fuel, but we're going to be on a... Well, we don't need fuel, but I like to get fuel since I'm here. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, as it were. And we'll go up here, park somewhere, and get a 10-hour break. Now, I have a question for you, the audience. Would you like to see a live stream that is just a Q&A? Where you can ask questions one-on-one, more or less? Or would you like to ask questions that I answer later in a standalone video? Or do you like this format where I'm driving and a moderator is, I guess you could just pull forward, a moderator like Tal is right now is relaying questions to me while I drive. So let me know in the chat. And we'll take a look at that. This doesn't look like a parking place. Oh, I must be like 1 over. Or I need to pull forward a little bit more.
So you've got a few yeses to people wanting to see a Q&A.
In what format? Just a standalone Q&A?
It just says yes, that would be great. Yes. So, what do you want to see, guys? Do you want to see a normal Q&A or? So 1050 logs the moderation relay.
Okay.
Rug says whichever suits you better. Joey says the driving version.
Why am I not getting queued to rest? Maybe parking somewhere with my butt sticking out in the air. I'm gonna swing around. Right next to or over that rest area icon. Rest icon.
Yeah, it's the phantom rest area again.
I don't normally have this problem. Isn't that a beautiful truck? Could use a little tighter turn radius though.
So at the minute you've got most people saying driving with a moderator's preferred, but there's a couple of people saying a Q&A would be cool.
Well, this isn't working. Why am I not working? Or why is this not working? Of course I'm tired. I'm trying to take a break. Was that it? Right there? Thought it prompted me to rest. Well, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm just going to do this. I will drop the trailers. And I'll bobtail over here. And wherever I find it, I find it. There it is. Oh, I hear rain. 6:30 in the morning. You know, there should be a rain modifier because there's a slider for the rain. And it should be modified based on where you are, because it doesn't rain that often here. A lot of inland areas, it doesn't rain as much. Just checking all the lights, part of my pre-trip inspection. So the time is 7:15 a.m. and I happen to notice the temperature is 76 degrees. I don't buy that either. And it's raining.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Alright, we've got a little over 4 hours of driving. I hope this rain lets up pretty quick. It looks like it is. Because I am really looking forward to seeing the scenery of this route. Oh. We're actually getting right off here.
Keep right, and then exit right.
I knew that.
Exit right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
When we get a little farther along this route, I'll share another tidbit of info about this route. It has to do with history. But before I do, if anybody in the audience knows a little bit of the history of this route, feel free to share it in the comments.
Merp in the chat says, cool live stream. He's had this game for over 2 years and it never gets boring.
Well, thanks for that, and I agree with your assessment. I haven't been in it that long. I've had the game since last fall, and I played the heck out of it for 200 hours before I said, okay, I got to set this aside for a bit. I have other things to do. But I've got no problems coming right back to it. I really enjoy it. I agree.
Go straight on.
Leslie Reynolds says hi.
Hi, Leslie. Isn't she in the UK?
Keep left.
I don't know. Are you in the UK, Leslie?
Turn left.
If you are, you're up late like me.
Oh, maybe she's got beer and snacks too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what I'd give for some authentic fish and chips.
Have you had English fish and chips?
Yeah. Not in England. This is America, so we have all kinds of restaurants. So
okay.
I've been to in Minneapolis and in Folsom, California, which is near Sacramento. And well, what I'm led to believe is authentic English.
I should say.
Yeah, British, but like Scottish eggs and things like that. Yeah, those were so good.
Oh yeah. And what? Oh, I'm gonna struggle to say this name, but he's saying hi from Puerto Rico.
Oh, is that it?
Wow, he's still waiting to get another job to finally buy myself a setup and play this game.
Well, what was his name? I didn't catch it.
I'm gonna struggle to say the name, to be honest. What is pure or something like that.
Oh wow, I don't even get it. Well, ¿cómo está?
Rug says beer battered chips are the best.
Yep,
Yes, they are.
I agree. I mean, I've had some lousy fish and chips here in the U.S., but I've also had some really good beer battered fish.
Oh dear, and Leslie, who I thought was female, is actually a man, so I'll really apologise for that, Leslie.
Wow, me too. Because I just assumed.
About that. Assumption is terrible. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I remember a movie.
But he is from the UK.
Okay. Well, I got that part right.
Straight on.
There's an old Bill Cosby movie called Ghost Dad. And
Straight on.
this supporting character that Bill Cosby's character interacts with after he's died and become a ghost. I think he's anyway, he's a older English gentleman with the name Edith, but it's spelled the same as Edith, which is a woman's name. So that was part of the funny aspect of the movie, was he kept calling him Edith, and the guy finally got irritated. It's Edith.
Keep left.
Why am I keeping left? Oh, here's that rest area. Oops. I'm gonna pause. Oh, I can't pause and turn. Darn it.
Turn right.
Gonna get my trailer out of the way. Oops, wrong button. Okay, a little bit of history stuff, just briefly. There's our route right here. Now, the history aspect about this is that this route was a section, or right along here somewhere, was a section of the historic Oregon Trail. Went right by here. One of the routes. And if it was an Oregon Trail, then it was the California Trail that broke off from that. And this rock has an historic place in the story of the Oregon Trail. I do not remember the name, but and then actually this rest area has a pathway, just like you see, that goes out there. And on that rock, the people that traveled this route in the 1840s and 1850s wrote their names and other things, graffiti, on a face of the rock there. And I honestly cannot remember the name of it. But it has a unique shape, just like you see there. So, anyway, That's the history thing. Now, how do I get out of here? I guess I can go that way. Yeah, I literally parked right in this truck parking area, and there were deer all around after it got dark. So, cool. Anyway, enough of that. That's the history thing about this area. So if anybody knows the name of that rock structure, that would be great to share it.
Get ready.
1050 says it's called Independence Rock.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
Turn
I
right.
kept wanting to say dome or something. I knew that just was not right.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
You know what? I think, could be wrong, but I think the reason for the name had to do with the time frame that the migrants reached this point was around July 4th, Independence Day. They would start in northwestern Kansas and in the late spring, late spring. And by the time they got here, it was early July, late May, early July. Yeah, I don't know how many weeks it took to make that transit. I mean, you're moving at walking speed. A lot of people walked it. A lot of people rode in their in the covered land schooners, I think they called them. But they're pulled by oxen. Anyway, that's the story. Even though I don't have all the details, I used to know it more.
Yeah, well, Lucas says he's eating his breakfast while watching your live stream with a little history story, and it's really good.
Cool, glad you like it. Here's another tidbit of information. Some of my ancestors on my maternal grandmother's side made that journey from Missouri to
Straight on.
the area near Portland. I don't remember where exactly. Willamette Valley is basically the answer. So my grandmother's
Right. And then continue.
grandparents, I think. My grandmother was born in 1917.
Go straight on.
It had to be her grandparents or great-grandparents that made that trek. She was born in 1917, and they made that trek in the 1840s. I don't have that time frame nailed down for them. So somebody do the math for me. It's just so 65 years. That's probably 3 generations.
Mudge is saying, have you seen the trailers on Steam for Australian Trucking World?
I have, and I have added that to my wish list so that when it is available, I can take another look at it. They have very preliminary videos out for it so far. And I believe this is Casper. I think I just saw that. And I believe is Casper the capital of Wyoming? I think it is. It's either that or Cheyenne.
left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Yep, 1050 says it's Cheyenne.
Okay.
Oh, we got 55 watching and 40 likes, so you're doing quite well on the likes.
Awesome. Oh, the North Platte River. Yeah, a lot of the migrants followed or near the North Platte River,
Go straight on.
or the Platte River in general. And that runs to Nebraska.
Mudge wants to know, in reality, as a trucker, how many small towns aren't on the map? Drive through the states. As you drive through the states.
On a real-life road atlas?
So he's asking how many small towns in real life are not in the game as you drive through it.
Lots. A lot. I mean, well, let's see. Trying to think. Today, we went through several places, and I would expect there to be a town, and there wasn't. But even a small town like Austin, Nevada, was represented, even though it wasn't very accurate. And that's literally in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of Nevada, nowhere.
Keep left, and then turn left.
But there are a lot of towns that exist in reality that are not represented in the game, even a little. So I couldn't give you a number, but it's a lot.
I think I might have got that wrong. I think he's asking in real life how many small towns aren't on the map.
In a railroad atlas, they're all on there. They'd have to be really, really small and not be in an incorporated town. You can have little, what you'd call villages, which is just a collection of homes in a semi-remote area. It may have a name in a road atlas. So most of them are on even trucking road atlases. But yeah, there are some.
Keep left.
I guess it depends on the scale of the map. You know, trucking road atlas, like I still have my old one, and you have like an entire state on a page, like Arizona, the whole state is on a page. And I'd say well in excess of 90% of the even the small towns are represented on there. They may just be a dot with a name, but they're there. That's an interesting question. I'm going to have to whip out my atlas later and take a look. You know, an example is as you leave Las Vegas and head north into the Arizona Strip and then St. George, Utah, there's a couple of, and this is in the game, there's a couple of towns or communities that aren't represented in the game, and one of them is actually not quite as big as St. George, but almost as well known, and that is the town of Mesquite. And it's bigger than some of the towns that were represented along US 95 in Nevada that we drove through earlier today. Like there's Tonopah, and there's oh, what's that other town? Gold Bar or something? I don't recall. But Mesquite's bigger than those. Not Tonopah, but I mean it's bigger than some of the other ones. And it's not represented in the game.
Alan says, "Hi Boomer, what do you think of F1 coming to Las Vegas?"
Well, Alan, I don't have an opinion other than it's going to foul things up for those of us who have to drive down there. I don't follow racing of any kind, or any other sports for that matter. A little bit of golf, but even then, because I like to play golf, but I don't even follow it. I know the Masters are going on right now. So I don't really have an opinion about F1 other than it's going to be great for business, but it's going to be a nightmare for people who need to drive in that area, especially trucks. That I actually, part of the course, because it was someone else shared it, part of the course runs right by the Sands Convention Center on the only way I have to get to it. So that's, I'm assuming there's nothing going on that weekend or whatever, so that would cause me to have to go there. But we'll see.
One Last Midnight wants to know, have you tried ETS?
No. But if you followed my channel or the stuff going on in the community tab on my channel, you'll know that I have bought ETS and all of the map DLCs. And I have posted an announcement on my community tab this past week that I have decided that I will do a video, and I'm thinking about doing it live, where I react to Euro Truck Simulator 2 for the very first time. I literally have not even fired it up. And I'm looking forward to that. Oh, I gotta get in the left lane. Sorry. So that will be very soon. Oh, so when my subscriber count reaches 5,000, and we're really close, I'm anticipating that it could potentially be as soon as next weekend, depending on whether or not I have to work. I normally work weekends, like I'm working tomorrow. We are going into the busy season for hauling show freight. Anyway, so as soon as my subscriber count hits 5,000, I'm going to schedule a time when I'm going to drive in ETS for the very first time. So if you haven't subscribed, this would be a good time. If you're interested in seeing that, this is a great time to subscribe. Whoa. A great time to subscribe and help get that subscriber count up, because you wouldn't want to miss me running off the road like that.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Yeah, I'm a little long-winded at times.
Exit right.
Yep, so a 5k special.
Turn left.
Yes. 5K special after finding out that I'm on 4K TV.
Yeah, and you're nominated for an Oscar.
But like Lyndon B. Johnson once said, if nominated, I will not accept.
Just don't do a Will Smith and slap the host in the face.
Ain't gonna happen if I don't show up. Yeah. That's crazy. What is this street name? Sugarland Drive. That's the name of its cross street. That's interesting. You know, I've driven in Sheridan in real life, you know, my truck.
Then turn right.
Mostly just on the freeway, but I've actually been in town because I was looking for a place to stop and get something to eat once. And wound up driving on one of these main roads. Seems like a nice place. You know, for someone like me who likes small towns or out-of-the-way places. I'm not much for crowds. I've lived in big cities and I've had my fill of that.
Keep right and then turn right. Turn right.
Although Las Vegas is kind of a big city. Not like LA big, but...
And Rugs in the chat is asking what your recommendation for transmission is
Get ready.
in this game.
Like,
Turn
he's
right.
saying 13 speed or 18 or 7.
not 7. Depends on what you're doing. If you're gonna, and this won't be an ATS, but if you're gonna be driving, like if you're driving in the Midwestern US, where it's mostly flat, 10-speed transmission would be just fine. For general freight. You know, you're just hauling up to 40,000 pounds or 80,000 gross. 10-speed would be just fine. If you're driving like in the western US with all these mountains, you're going to want a 13-speed for the same type of loads. A 13-speed transmission.
Have arrived at your
If you're going to be hauling heavy loads, you're going to want an 18-speed transmission, especially if you're driving in the western US. Oh, there it is. Nice. Here's our delivery. All we have to do is pull forward between these two parallel lines until we get a signal, and we are done. Oh, that doesn't work. And that turns green, we're good. There it is. All right. What did we get for all that? Oh, damage penalty. I forgot. Ouch. That hurt. Oh, I only got a good work instead of excellent. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, I went up a level? Let's get some more hazardous cargo options going. So that one will give us flammable solids. Forgot I should be listening to see in case you say anything. Okay. We'll do that. Oops. Let me just pull forward. I don't know where I'm going after this, except so I'm just going to park up here out of the way. Out of the way, as if there's going to be anybody else here in my virtual world. I wonder if I can get out this way. I know in real life I've done that a lot. And I'm bobtailing.
Midnight has got one last question. He says, so you drive a truck for living. Why play a driving truck simulator? Figured you would be tired of the day job.
You know, I've been asked that question a lot. First of all, I just like it. I like driving a truck. I like most things about it. The second part of the answer is that I'm no longer over the road. And that's what this represents, is driving over the road. What I do now is local stuff part-time. And I drive a day cab, which I don't like. But, you know, that's the tool for the job at hand. But I miss being over the road. I miss the scenery. I miss the lifestyle. And it's been 4 years now, this month, since I came off the road. And I'm not going to go back because I'm just getting a little old, and, you know, I enjoyed it. And now that part of my life is over. But I like doing this because it takes me back. I get to enjoy that same scenery. And some of the best scenery is in the western states, which is represented extremely well in ATS. So, and, you know, there's a lot of other folks that play this game, a lot of other folks that are in the Discord that are current truck drivers, but a lot of former truck drivers that miss it, just like I do. Steve, who was in here earlier, he's a former truck driver. And now he does this because he enjoys it. So that's the answer. Any other quick ones?
No, I don't think so. Nothing's popping up.
Okay. Because this is almost 2 hours, and that's the max amount of time I'd like to do on this. I haven't even had dinner yet, and it's almost 7 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this. Thank you to Tal for relaying your comments and your questions. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to help me reach that 5,000 number. And then I'm going to jump in and start doing some Euro Truck Simulator. I'm looking forward to that. I think a lot of other people are looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting. I think it'll be exciting. Did something just pop up? Leslie says, because I can read these now. I agree, yeah. Rick. I retired 10 years ago, and I feel the same. Well, there you go. Edie's Game Zone, 16 years in trucking. Rugadeth. Hey!
Oh,
one
look at
last
that.
midnight. Thank you so much. Cheers to you. Rugadeth says, nearly lunch here. Oh, I kind of missed lunch too. I mean, I had something, but, you know, it's a busy day today. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, One Last Midnight, for the I don't know what you call this, the chat money.
Donation or?
Yeah, there's a name for it. I can't think of it because I'm tired. And thanks to everyone.